What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I'm going to a new Goodwill that opened up recently. Never been there, gonna check that out. And also a new thrift store that opened. Never been to that one either. It's about an hour away, so it's a little bit of a distance and not much. But come along with me and let's see what we can find today. My first stop of the morning is this new thrift store I've never been in before. It's actually not new. It's been there for a long time from what I can tell, but I didn't expect it to be this big. Thought it was just a small one, but quite a bit of stuff here, and it's got me a little bit excited, sensory overload. But the big question is, how are the prices? Prices weren't too bad. Honestly, here is a starter Cleveland Browns jacket. I think this one was like $10, which is very fair. There's a little bit of money to be made on that. Literally just picked up a chalkline Cleveland Browns starter jacket today. I only paid $5 for it. It's about an $80 jacket. I'm not sure about the starter jacket there. It wasn't one that had a lot of good stuff. Actually, the back was blank. Usually I want those to have something exciting in the back, like the logo on the back, or especially if you found like the Dog Pound chalkline jacket, something like that. They'd be worth picking up. So yeah, a little bit of money there. I'm not a big clothing reseller. I've got so many starter jackets right now that I don't even have listed. They're just in storage that I bought. So just ended up passing on that. I got some shoes here. All shoes were $4.99. So I ended up wanting to go through those, but I see the toys and we got to check out the toys first. A lot of exciting stuff, possibilities here. Did not see anything sealed. Actually, I remember seeing a couple sealed things. Just not worth anything. Now, board games, got some loose toys here. Trying to go a bit slow. Let me know if you see anything that you think I should have picked up. Make some money on. Of course, there's always stuff you can make money on. It doesn't mean I want to buy it if I'm not making enough money or it's too hard to list. There's some My Little Pony stuff. Actually, one of those at the bottom kind of looks early, like it could be Generation 1 even. I don't think so, though. I've got a literal tote of My Little Pony stuff. I got Generation 1 stuff I need to list. Just been sitting. So individual ponies like that, not too crazy about picking up that kind of stuff. Buzz time. This is sealed. I looked it up. It wasn't worth selling on Amazon. I figured it wasn't. I've come across stuff like that. Little trivia things that go in those handheld games. Usually not worth picking up. Checking out the books and the media though, and the prices were very, very fair, especially when you're comparing them to places like Goodwill. All media was $1, DVDs, books, CDs, all $1. Didn't matter what it was. I didn't see anything priced higher, so it's possible to find some good things there. You see, I got some shoes in the cart. Got some Brooks and another pair. I don't even remember what the other pair was, but I ended up putting them back because they weren't worth anything. I just had them in the cart to look up. Got some bags here. I don't think the bags were priced too high either. Bags at Goodwill have been going up in price too, just like everything else. It's just really insulting to people when Goodwill prices like books for a paperback book. They want $3 for it. And, you know, it's just, you can come to these thrift stores and then you got $1 a book. Some other thrift stores I go to, $0.25 a book. It's just, I don't know why they do it. I just kind of squeezed. Most of those books I end up having to pull, and they were pulling stuff on a shelf this morning. And I asked them what they were doing with that, and they said salvaging it all because it didn't sell. And I said, well, if you priced it, cheap, maybe people would have bought it. But that's just a whole other story. I could do a whole video on the conversation I had with the Goodwill employee about that. But we got a little thumb pad. What is it? Number pad, a cheap one. But look at this. Thought it was a TI 83 Plus. It's a TI 86. Not worth as much, but I did sell one of those recently for $20. So I decided to buy it. A lot of them are priced lower than 20, but for whatever reason, it seems like I price my calculators higher than a lot of people, and they always sell very quick. I'm trying to think if I might have already sold that calculator even. I've sold like 2 or 3 calculators like that recently. It might have been TI 83 Pluses I sold though. I can't remember exactly. I know one was a TI 84 Plus Silver Edition. Sold very quickly within 5 minutes of listing it. We got a tub of printer ink. Printer ink can be great money. If it's sealed, I don't buy it once it's opened. A lot of people put their old ink cartridges in there. It's just hard to tell what's going on. Expired ink, people will pay for it. Obviously, you don't get the price you would with it not being expired, but yeah, I've never had any issues. No one has ever complained that the ink didn't work for them. So, none in that tub though, none to pick up. Small appliances. Now the prices on these just varied, anywhere from cheap to probably a little too high. And appliances are weird. Some of them, even if they were given to you for free, they're just never going to sell. You can list them, they're just never going to sell. And some of them you can pay $20, $30 for and still make a profit because they're going to sell super quick. It's just a matter of knowing what sells and just taking the time to look up stuff. And really, like I've mentioned before, reselling is just a lot of learning, a lot of memory. You see everything that's in this thrift store, all kinds of money here. And yes, just because I was in here doesn't mean like everything's been picked through. Someone else is going to come through with a different skill set, what they know to pick up, and they're going to find something. There's a stack of just basic DVD players. They look like recorders at first. All the DVD players were $5, which is a fair price. Pretty typical at most thrift stores. They usually price them around $5, except for some of the crazy Goodwills. They price them $50, like they're worth something. It's just mind-blowing. I'm trying not to have a Goodwill rant in this video. I know a lot of people get upset with me when I rant about prices because I'm a reseller and I'm just going to sell them and make money. But, I'm more upset of just how ridiculous they are. Even it's just stuff I'm not even reselling. Like, I don't want to buy a DVD player. I don't want a DVD player for free usually. But when they're pricing stuff like that, $50, when they're pricing jackets that's supposed to be to help, people with low income, and there's like, hey, we want $25 for this jacket. A jacket I wouldn't even touch for free to resell. So there's something wrong there, and people need to stand up and, kind of speak out against that, I think. But we are at the new Goodwill now. We're going to check out the prices here. And I can tell you the prices here were very fair. This is a very well-priced Goodwill. One of the best I've ever been to. So good on you, Goodwill, for this one anyway. Usually it depends on the management of these Goodwills, right? Corporate, like each region's run by different people. You see all that media there. I mean, you still get the basic like $2.99 media prices, which is a little high for media, but it's not ridiculous. Book prices are still very high in my opinion. But look at all these new cards they have pulled out here. Very cool to see that. And I see something, it's been a while since I've come across sealed Sony VHS tapes. Used to find these all the time years ago, sell them on Amazon, $50, $60, make great profit. The price on those have dropped quite a bit. Some media though, very high. Some of the tapes, some floppy disk still selling for high dollars for whatever reason. Over here, another unit I thought looked like a DVD recorder, possibly at first. Just a basic DVD player though. Those Toshiba DVD players, they look very similar to the recorders, which can sell for $200-$300. So always want to make sure. Here is a old organizer, but it looks like it's a newer. I looked it up, not worth anything. A juicer. This one was Hamilton Beach. Not a good brand. Well, it's an okay brand. It's just not a good model. That was selling for about $30 shipped. I don't know what Goodwill had it priced at, but I'm not interested in it. Got a little clock there. I remember looking that up. Don't remember what it was. Got this bag here, GPS. It's an older GPS. Not really worth picking up. Some of the GPSs are the ones with the larger, slimmer screens usually. But I also noticed a Olympus charger there. I'm like, there's an Olympus camera in here. But no, it's just like some cables, Olympus charger, a GPS inside of a Sony bag. So just a mix of all kinds of stuff there. Might have been worth picking it up for $4.99 just to get that Olympus charger. Some of those Olympus chargers can be good money if they go to a very high-end camera. I don't think it was anything special though. Almost picked up this Philips. It's a light. It's like a natural light alarm or something like that. Priced a little high. I might have been able to make $10 on it. I just didn't want to take it home, test it, clean it, do all that for $10. Right, I have better stuff to list. That is a little humidifier, I believe it was, down there. And yeah, a lot of stuff to look at. It's exciting to look at the new stuff as well. Going to the same Goodwills every day for years. A lot of times it's just like you see a lot of the same items, even though they put out a few new items every day. And you see a few different things every day. A majority of it's just like, I've been seeing you for weeks, all kinds of stuff on these carts. I did end up picking a Watch Up Polar, one of those Polar fitness watches, not big money or anything, but I found it in there later on my second pass through. Same with some plush, picked up a couple plush items. Of course, you'll see everything I did pick up in the haul part, and maybe even here soon when I show my cart. There's one of those Fisher-Price Rescue Heroes, 99 cents or less. I usually pick them up. I didn't pick up that one because I just listed like a lot of 15 or 20. I didn't really want to just, have that one sitting around when I already got the other lot listed. They're not big money anyway, even lotted, getting them that cheap. Got a bag of toys there. I didn't notice anything particularly great. Kind of looked like a Transformer in there, but pretty sure it wasn't. Didn't see any great board games to pick up today. Nothing sealed, nothing rare that I noticed. Look like pretty common stuff I'm used to seeing. These little like baseball. I don't think it's a game. Not worth anything. Yeah, not seeing anything there. Unfortunately, but we'll just switch over to this side, take a look at this stuff. But I do see something. I'm going over to pick it up. Got one of these Mr. Coffee Tea Maker pitchers, $1.99. Literally, at the time of this video, I think I had just shipped one of those. I sold for $20 plus shipping. So there's another one for $1.99. I'll go ahead and grab that. I think I even found the coffee maker here, but it was in bad shape and priced like $7 or $8. So I just left it. Just take the pitcher that was over there and sell that separate. Makes a little bit of money. Easy to list, easy to ship. They fit in a 12 by 12 by 8 priority box very nicely. So I wish everything was that easy to sell. I'll probably have to wipe it down though. It looked like it had a little bit of tea stains on it, but the tea usually comes off easily off those plastic things. Shoes, they were priced very fair. Conversation I had with a Goodwill employee the other day is Goodwill corporate wants all brand name shoes priced $24.99. I don't know what brand name is or how they're going to justify that. If it's just like, oh, this is Nike, $24.99. Oh, this is Skechers, $24.99. Absolute madness. They're just going to drive their customers away. Like, come on. There's other thrift stores out there. There's better ways to get deals. Yeah, it's just, again, let's not rant about that. Let's just enjoy this Goodwill and their lower prices. There were some snowboarding boots back there. I didn't find any great comps on them. They were priced at $10, which is fair. I didn't want them though. They didn't seem like they were good money. Vinyl records, checking those real quick there. Figure they've been picked through a lot. There's my cart. I got a little Rolodex, some plush. So not bad in this Goodwill. It turns out going to make some good profit on these new places. Just more excited to be in the new places. But now I'm in the more local Goodwill, and we're going to check out the local stuff, make sure there's nothing new here. And we're back to seeing a lot of the new things. I know a lot of you, since I record most of my thrifting, right? A lot of you see the same stuff I do all the time. You probably recognize stuff as like, oh, that thing's still there. But there's always new stuff. There's always something new when you go in there. Yeah, I'm not noticing anything though. There's one of those Mr. Coffee tea makers, one of the newer ones. That one was priced high. Something. There's some reason I didn't buy it. I think it was missing a part, actually, that one. Got some horses here. I always check horses for Briar. A lot of people tell me to. I just don't do it on camera all the time. And actually, today I did find a Briar on my second pass through, a unicorn. So I did grab that. And I also picked up a really nice board game on my second pass through I missed. So it's always good to go, a second time through these aisles, I think. Actually, that board game was at the next Goodwill. I did not find that at this Goodwill, but I did get the Briar Unicorn here. I come over here, though, and check out this creepy thing. Moving Eyes Bunny. It just looks like a scary face to me. I'm like, this is something that could be unexpectedly valuable. I looked it up and the comps were pretty good. Make some decent profit on that, so I picked it up. This is brand new in box there for $4.99. Then we get to the final Goodwill of the day, and disappointing because as I was coming in, I saw a guy loading probably like 6 or 7 boxes filled with toys. I saw some toys sticking out of these boxes. I'm thinking, what did he find that he bought that much? There was also a new cart that was out. Guy literally putting a brand new box of all clad pots and pans. I mean, this box was bigger than the cart. He was just sitting it on top of there. I'm thinking, I bet you that thing is at least $500, $700 retail. I don't know what Goodwill had it priced at, but a few seconds late, I did get that pan, that skillet you saw in the cart for $10. They had a bunch of pots and pans and stuff like that new. So yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Here's one of these Taz pencil sharpeners. I've sold this before. I paid $0.25 for one at a sale last year. I got like $25. That one was missing the battery cover and had battery corrosion. So I just decided I didn't want it. Didn't want to deal with it. So a lot of Taz stuff here actually. I was checking out most of it. I ended up picking up one Taz thing. It's not going to be great profit or anything. I just thought, you know what? This is nice. It's cheap enough. I'll take it. Craftsman sander. I don't remember if I checked that or not. It was older, vintage. Some of that stuff's good. I don't know what Goodwill has it priced at. Usually they price tools high. This glycerin bar saddle soap. Had to check this because there's so many items, cleaning products like this that are from the 80s, 90s that are discontinued that are worth a fortune. Small fortune. Shoe cleaner, floor polish, wood polish, stuff like that, and go for $75. Bars of soap up to $100. However, that soap, there is some sales. I think more like $12, maybe a little bit of money. I just decided to put it back. I have better things to spend my time on, I think. So I am deep in the toys at this final Goodwill, and we're checking out this Challenge Yahtzee, which I meant to look up because I don't recall ever seeing the Challenge Yahtzee. Maybe I have. But I'm also looking for evidence of what kind of toys this guy might have bought. The guy that went out with like 7 or 8 boxes of just packed boxes from Goodwill. I'm like, what did he buy? I won't be able to sleep tonight. I'm going to be wondering about it, But unfortunately, you got a sealed poker set up here for $10. It's just worthless. No one's buying those, for any kind of real money anyway. So yeah, the toys here. Other than the one game I got, which you'll be seeing here in a few seconds, the really good game actually, but other than that, nothing else. But let me show you everything I picked up. We got some profitable items here. Let's just start with the thrift store. Brand new thrift store I went to. Has a lot of potential. I would love it to be closer because I could probably go in there every day and find something. Looked like they were putting stuff out constantly while I was there. Sure, the people who live around there appreciate that. But I just picked up this Living Bible from the 70s. I've sold these before. I get about $15 for them. I paid $1. All books were $1. Did you hear that, Goodwill? All books $1. And I also picked up these Brooks shoes, which are in very good physical condition. Missing the insoles though. Not a big problem. Should be able to sell those. I think it was about $40. All shoes there look like they're $4.99, which is on par with Goodwill. I say that's the Goodwill base price, but Goodwill always marks them up, even if it's just $1 or $2. Then I picked up this TI-86 calculator. At first, I thought it was going to be a TI-83 plus. 86 ones, not that great, but you know what? In this condition, I've sold them before for $20. So in the end, I make at least $10 profit on that. Then I just picked up these brand new Kia Motors wheel locks. And these were selling for about $30. Paid $3.99 for them. But between these 4 items, I'm going to make some good money out of that thrift store. Then I went to a new Goodwill I've never been to. This one just recently opened in the past few months. Been wanting to go try it out. On a new car, I noticed for $1.99, you have some of these Sony sealed VHS tapes. It's been a while since I found anything like this in the wild. However, it's not like they were 10 years ago. I'd find these all the time, and they were flipping on Amazon for about $50 or $60. Just crazy. Now they sell only for about $15, $20. Doing FBA, there's still a little bit of money to be made there, so went ahead and grabbed those. Also at the new Goodwill, I picked up one of these Rolodexes. Some of these vintage ones are actually worth some pretty good money. This one is a wood grain one. It was $1.99. Doesn't look like it's ever been used. Or I guess it's used, but there's not a lot of wear on the cards in there. But these things sell between $35, $45. So happy to pick that up. Got one of these Polar watches, like fitness watches. They're not worth a whole lot, but this was only $1.99. It's complete in there, got the paperwork, and I think I'll make about $10 profit on that one. I sell them from time to time if I find them cheap enough. Usually when I see them at Goodwill and places, they have them priced at like $25. I just think it's something special. I don't know. Then I just picked up a couple plush items. This Squishmallows. Now, some of these are actually worth quite a bit. I noticed this one. I don't remember if I saw the exact one, but it was only 99 cents, so I'm just going to start saving them, doing a lot. I actually think this one I'll make at least $10 selling it by itself. Then I picked up this Hug-A-Bear vintage. Some of these were selling for about $25, $30. If they have the nightlight thing in the back, which this one does. And I think I'm the only one that's going to have one listed with the nightlight, so I'll definitely price this $30. Paid $1.99 for that one. Picked up a couple plush items and going to make some good profit on them in the end. So also at a Goodwill, I picked up this Breyer unicorn. I could barely see that it was Breyer. Had to pull out the phone, zoom in to see it, and just went ahead and bought it blind because I would do a lot even if it's, not worth selling by itself, but I think it is. I did not see this exact one, I don't think, but some other similar unicorns sold for about $20, $25. There were even some that were a bit different sold for, I saw in the 80s with like a few bids. But Breyer, it's a great brand to pick up. Then at Goodwill for $2.99, I just picked up this Taz water cup. Looked like it was maybe worth about $15, $20. There's only one on eBay. They had it priced $15 plus shipping. It was in very good condition. Looks like it's never been used, so I went ahead and just grabbed it. I think in the end I'll make $10 on that. But I did get this for $10. This Ninja Never Stick skillet. They're selling for about $50 on eBay. It is new. It looks like maybe there's a little scratch on it somewhere, I remember, but other than that, it's new. This thing's pretty interesting. I saw it and I'm like, that's kind of creepy, kind of unique. You see it was at Big Lots at one point for $12.99. I'm pretty sure it's vintage. I don't know if there was a date on it or not. I don't really see one, but you can see I paid $4.99 for it. I was kind of shocked when I looked up the comps. It looked like some were selling for around $40, and the few that were still listed were listed for $50, $60. So I think I'm going to do very well on that. Back here, I picked up one of these Mr. Coffee Tea Maker pitchers. I just sold one of these, but it was red. I sold it for $20 plus shipping. So I should be able to sell this one for the same amount. I'll price it $20 plus shipping. I paid $2 for it. Here's something I picked up in the past. These HeroScape things. Now, I found a bunch of them at Salvation Army, actually. I paid $25 for a little tote of them. And this was probably 3 or 4 years ago now. I've recently started going through them and listing them, and they've pretty much tripled, quadrupled in price. I believe these used to sell on Amazon for about $80 complete. I checked, brand new right now, they're selling for about $280. No one's selling them used, so this is something you could probably price about $180, $200, and it's going to sell. And that's assuming all the pieces are in there. I glanced, all the figures were in there on the cards. I'll have to count the rest of the pieces. I do have one upstairs that's just for parts, so I should be able to put that together and at least make a full set, even if it's missing a piece. Then I'll just ship it to Amazon for about $175, something like that. And then finally, I just picked up one of these Black & Decker steamers. Looks like it's never been used. It's clean. I don't have to spend any time dealing with it. just listing it. Looks like they're selling for about $30 plus shipping, even if it doesn't work. Now, I do have to plug it in and make sure it at least turns on, heats up, I guess, but that won't take long. But if it doesn't work, I can part some of this stuff out and still make profit on it. So really a low risk item there. But there it is, everybody. I really want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you coming along with me to the new Goodwill, new thrift store, seeing what we could find. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're finding out there in the wild. This has been Wick. Until next time.